Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2021, my team career. This time for the Italian Grand Prix. Before we get right ahead down below, like and subscribe, just help out a lot, and let's get right into it. So here I am out for my flying lap around, of course, Circuit Monza over here at the Italian Grand Prix. Of course, one of two Italian Grand Prix in the game, and of course in real life as well. I'm pretty sure we still have the Imola Grand Prix, but of course in game we do at least. Not really sure about in real life. I'm pretty sure there is the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix this year as well, but I guess we'll see. I haven't really remembered the calendar yet. But here I am for my flying lap, of course around Monza, the Temple of Speed. Just a really fun track, flat out most of the time, and you gotta just really watch out, have a really good car, good aero package, because there is a couple corners on here, and of course couple corners and long straights after the corners, so your exit out of the corner is really important to get the most out of the car down the main straight, or down all of the straights. There's just loads of flat out straights on this track, of course, as we are here for my third lap around the circuit, and only 20 milliseconds up. Are we going to be able to gain any time on this lap as we go really wide past the parabolica down the main straight, and I'm pretty sure just gained 20 milliseconds there, just over the line. So we are going to stay at P11, just one place behind our teammate Jack Aiken. I'm pretty sure this is the first place I got out-qualified by a teammate on this game. But it's Perez on pole, Max Verstappen in second place, and Norris in third place. Let's see what we can do during the race.
Welcome back to one of only two countries that has held a race every year since the very first Formula 1 World Championship in 1950. It is, of course, Italy, one of the great racing nations, and it's time to get underway for the Italian Grand Prix. With top speeds up to 215 miles per hour and an average lap speed of around 155 miles per hour, Monza's reputation as one of the fastest circuits in the sport is well earned. We have 11 corners on this 3.6-mile track, with the best overtaking chance coming into the heavy braking zone of the Turn 1 chicane. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. It's Sergio Perez on pole position today, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo and Delatraz, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Joe and Jack Aitken, Red, Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda and Vettel, Leclerc, Stroll, George Russell and Christian Lundgaard, Latifi, Mick Schumacher, Matsushita and Nikita Mazepin. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So here we are lined up in P11, ready for the start of the race, as we are starting side by side with Pierre Gasly over here. He actually gets a better start right out of the gate over here, and we are side by side going into turn 1 now. I'm actually kind of squished over here, so I have nowhere to go, and I can't dive down the inside into turn 1, so we actually lose a place to Pierre Gasly over here, and we're actually fighting side by side with Yuki Tsunoda to actually still at least keep P12, and we do manage to make us. He actually does get a better run out of turn 2, so we actually here side by side going into the next corner over here, but we do manage to stay ahead in P12 actually go airborne over there. Quite bad for the floor of the car. Luckily no damage for us over there, as that really does affect your car's performance afterwards. As on lap 2 we tried to go down the inside of Jack Aiken of our teammate, but we get a little bit bumpy on the curb over there, down into turn 1, and we just don't have the kind of exit out of turn 2 to actually get past him over there. Once again trying on lap number 3, as DRS is activated, but we can't use it yet. As we try to go down the inside, are we going to make it work? As we get a little bit over the curb over there, Jack Aiken does the same, but we do keep the same order from kind of lap 2 over there, and we are just losing time to Pierre Gasly and the rest of the field with this kind of battle over here, as we try to go down around the outside, which will turn into the inside for the next corner over here, and we do manage to get past my teammate Jack Aiken over there up to P11, and hopefully now we can kind of start chasing the rest of the pack, which have opened up a gap to the rest of the field, us, and kind of like behind us, as we are now fighting with Charles Leclerc for P11, as I kind of let him pass over there to get the DRS down the main straight, because I know that this will be very, very useful in trying to get past him once again. As we go down up to lap 4, our teammate right behind us, but we are going to try and go down the inside of Charles Leclerc over here. As he gets over the bump, we nearly lose the car over that, actually go on the grass. At first nearly crashing into the back of Leclerc, then nearly spinning out onto the grass, losing the place to Leclerc and Jack Aiken, nearly Yuki Tsunoda as well, as we once again try overtaking Jack Aiken in the same place over the grass, going over the curb once again over there. Really bad for the car, but I'm not really used to these curbs because it's kind of like a newer thing on this year's game. It wasn't really that bad on last year's game, so really got to watch out for that, as I'm pretty sure last season we also had quite a lot of damage in this race because of the curbs, as I'm pretty sure Esteban Ocon is out of the race over there. As we move forwards on to lap 5, as we can see our car is getting a little bit kind of unstable, and that is because of the floor. We are going to see that a little bit more later. As you can see, it is already damaged, but luckily it's just the floor, not the front wing, so we're not going to lose time repairing, changing the front wing over here. But of course with the floor, we just got to watch out mid corner, because we just aren't going to have the grip like we used to, as we get a really quick 2-second pit stop on to the medium tyres until the end of the race, as we leave in last place. But now we have loads of clean air ahead of us, so that means we can catch up to the rest of the field, and hopefully kind of get an undercut on someone, as Lando Norris and Antonio Giovinazzi are out of the race. And this is why over here, Antonio Giovinazzi in the Alpine losing the back of his car, coming out of these corners over here, and Lando Norris having nowhere to go, crashing into the side of the Alpine driver. Luckily it was actually just 2 of them, as you can see. I'm pretty sure Ricciardo just behind them, just avoiding contact, and we can see from, I'm pretty sure, Lewis Hamilton's point of view over there, as he had a great view of the kind of crash happening ahead of him. Now there was actually a full-on safety car, which really kind of messed up with me, because I thought I was just going to actually just lose out so many places, but luckily I managed to kind of overtake up to P12, so now we're up to up to P12, where we kind of were before, so it's not really that bad. It definitely could have been a lot worse for us over there, but still really close to the points, as on the restart we tried to go down the inside for Yuki Tsunoda, nearly going into the back of him, and can we get past Vettel as well, as we round the outside. Christian Lundgaard and Nicholas Latifi are out on the restart, and this is why the Williams driver going absolutely into the back of the Alfa Romeo and the Haas, causing a huge collision towards the rear of the pack. And actually there was some yellow flags over here when we overtook Vettel, so we have to let him pass just for a second, and then we get past him, hitting that curb once again, shooting our car up into the sky once again, doing more damage. Now we have sort of a dark yellow kind of lime damage to the floor, and it really did kind of make controlling the car mid-corner, especially out of the parabolica, trying to get onto power early to try and get past Vettel once again over here on lap 12. really difficult, but we do manage to make it work up to P10, and I'm pretty sure we were in a similar situation last season where we were just fighting on the fringe of points with a broken floor as we skip towards the last lap of the race, defending from Vettel and Tsunoda. Just need to get past the parabolic. Are we going to be able to make this P10 count and get that 1 point at least for this race? Definitely not the best of races, but we do manage to cross P10 just ahead of the Alpha Tauri and the Aston Martin over there.
That's a spectacular victory then, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
A reliable car, that was the most important factor here. This was a real battle of attrition, and you could tell those at the front were trying to find a balance between running their outright pace and taking care of the car to reach the end.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
So not the best race for us, but still a 1 point for us. And Jack Aitken finishing in P8, getting 4 points over there, so good race by him. Max Verstappen in first place with Lewis in second place, and pretty sure Perez finishing off the podium. We stay in P5 in the driver's standings. In the constructors, we fall 3 points behind Ferrari, but hopefully we can keep in the fight with them as there's only 2 races to go to the end of the season. Hopefully we can get P4, but I guess we're going to. But for now, that's good. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.